Hello and welcome to the finals of CricIQ, the greatest test ever. This is it. 1 million tries, about 100,000 participants, 25 qualified online, 10 reached the semi-finals, and it's now down to the final four. That's it, ladies and gentlemen, the final four of CricIQ out here, the finals. Danny Bhandari, Sarbajit Mitra, Shasheen, Shah, and Manish, Achuth are the last men standing. And I'll start with you, Danny. Welcome here. So, which was the toughest round? Was it the qualifiers, or was it after that the semi-finals, or what was tough for you?
I think each round was tough. Getting qualification online was very difficult. The video rounds were also tough. So yeah, I think they've all been pretty challenging.
It's like facing the West Indian pace attack as it speak, but you've managed to be here, and so all the best for that. Sarbajit, what was tough for you?
The online qualifiers and obviously the semi-final. It was tough.
Did you think you'd make it so far?
I thought that I have a chance, but again, there was tough competition, no doubt.
Fabulous. Shasheen, our chartered accountancy final student, and you've been giving your chartered accountancy finals as well. You've been doing this. What was tougher?
Both are equally tough, but I've qualified here, so.
I'm sure you qualified there as well.
Yeah, definitely. I'm looking forward for the results there too.
Fabulous. And Manish is an MBA graduate from Milan. He's out here. He's been giving job interviews. Were those job interviews any tougher than what you're facing out here?
Both were equally tough. I was successful in one pursuit. I hope I'm successful here as well.
Fabulous. He's successful in both, and we wish all our participants the very, very best. And let's go straight into this. Is going to be a very different format. It's 6 rounds of amazing quizzing, and let me tell you a little bit about the format, starting with round 1. So round 1 is the numbers game, and this is what we have for you. 2 scorecards will be shown to each participant, one after the other. 3 key pieces of information will be blanked out in each scorecard. Participants will get 60 seconds to fill 6 blanks. 5 points for every blank filled. Questions do not pass. Danny, the first one, the first scorecard is coming up for you now. Okay, you can see Australia's second innings, and there's a lot of data out there, Danny. How much did Ricky Ponting score? Who's the man after Ryan Harris, and what was the final score?
Ricky Ponting scored 0. Final score was 47.
And who was not out in 12?
I'll come back to that one.
You'll come back to that one. Let's go on to the next scorecard. Okay, big second innings. It's a famous match, India-Australia match, obviously. Who's the first man out there? Hit wicket, bowled Gillespie. How much did Lakshman score, and what was the final total?
Lakshman 281, Das Gupta, and the score was 680.
680. You want to go back
to the other one? Yep.
Likely to be a bowler. And that's time. Bad luck there. You did very well actually, Danny. So let's stay on the first scorecard first, and let's have a look. So Ponting did get 0, as you were correct. Who was not out in 12? It was a bowler. It was Peter Siddle. And the total score, as you correctly pointed out, was 47. The person who was hit wicket bowled Gillespie in the second scorecard, that was actually Shiv Sundar Das, the opener. Deep Das Gupta still hadn't made it, and as you can see, Mongia is already keeping there, so you wouldn't have another keeper out there. Lakshman got 281, and India's total score was 657. So you got 3 out of 6, and I think that's a pretty creditable start in a tough final, Danny. Sarbajit, your set of 2 scorecards coming up now. Okay, so that's a scorecard from a very, very famous final. Tell me who's the batsman after Shoaib Malik?
Misbah-ul Haq.
Okay, so that's the first answer you've given. The next one, what is the total target that they had to chase?
156. 157 they are chasing, India scored 156.
Okay, and who was the not out batsman?
I will get back to it.
Okay, so you want to get back to it. Let's go to the next scorecard. Again, a very, very famous game, Gavaskar Srikanth. And this is a match all of us know. Just tell us, how much did Sunil Gavaskar score? Who's the not out batsman after Kapil Dev? And who's the last batsman out?
Last batsman out is Maninder Singh.
Correct.
Ravi Shastri scored 48 and Gavaskar scored 86.
Okay, you want to go back to the first? There's one still missing out there, I think.
I think Saeed Ajmal.
Saeed Ajmal is a try you took. Okay, and I'll tell you what the answers were. You were pretty close in most of them. Pakistan's target, I'm sorry, I can't give it to you, was 158. India had scored 157. And you just missed it by one. Bad luck out there. The person who was out obviously was Misbah-ul Haq, that famous shot that he tried to, hit over Srishant's head. And the not out batsman was a pretty famous fast bowler of his time, Mohammad Asif. You got Ravi Shastri right, you got Maninder Singh right. They were the last pair, the last not out pair we all remember. But Gavaskar's score was 90. That's the one you missed. Again, I think you got 3 out of 6. So both of you, even Stevens out here on what I think is a pretty difficult track to bat on. Shasheen, let's see if you can do a little better. Your set of questions, your set of 2 scorecards is up now. That's a match all of us remember. So firstly, who was
Dinesh
caught?
Mongia.
Dinesh Mongia is your first answer.
Yuvraj Singh was caught. Bowler was Paul Collingwood.
And the batsman who did not bat for India?
Ashish Nehra.
Okay, you want to move to the second scorecard? And this is also a pretty famous match. I think I'm sure you remember this one as well. This happened, it was a test match. Famous Azharuddin century. Do you want to try?
South Africa.
Who was the opener who was run out?
VVS Lakshman.
So VVS Lakshman is the first. VVS Lakshman unfortunately is already there.
Javagal Srinath.
Yep. And the last one?
Venkatesh Prasad. The
Ven-
first one would be Sanjay Manjare.
I think you've already tried on the first
Okay.
one. That's time. So let me tell you your set and here are the answers. The first set, let's go to that. Okay. Who was caught Stuart Bold Irani? It was Dinesh Mongia. You got that right. Yuvraj Singh, it was Paul Collingwood, and Ashish Nehra did not bat. So you got 3 straight ones out of there. Let's look at your next set. So it was Nayan Mongia out there who was run out by Gibbs. Okay. Srinath and Venkatesh Prasad. So I think you got 5 out of 6 correct. 5 is an amazing score out here. And you've done the early running out here. So that's pretty amazing out here. Shasheen, starting with a bang out here, a little bit of an early lead. Manish, it's up to you now to do if you can catch up there. Manish, your set of 2 scorecards comes up now. Target dash from 46 overs. Who is the not out batsman and whose name has been blanked out? As you can make out, you can see Sachin's innings and you'll immediately make out what the scorecard is, which match it is, and the team we are playing against. So would you like to start trying?
Okay, the target is 286.
Okay.
Um,
The not out batsman, a man not out on 5.
okay, I'll come back to both of them.
And the last, okay, let's go to the next scorecard. Yeah. World Cup match, pretty famous.
Okay, the opener is Sadagopan Ramesh.
Sadgopan Ramesh is the opener. And
371 for 6.
371. And who was left not out?
And,
Look at the lineup, you should be able to guess who's missing.
Mohammad Azharuddin.
Mohammad Azharuddin, okay. You
Now I've
still
got
have one answer in the previous scorecard that you want to try.
Uh,
2 answers actually. Who was there after Lakshman and whose name is blanked out at the end?
Lakshman. The other bowler would be the number 11 was
Take a try, I'm going to have to.
okay, pass.
Bad luck. That's time and brave try out there. Let me just give you the answers. Let's take a look at the first scorecard and the answers in the first scorecard. 276, not 286. Bad luck. Rishikesh Kanitkar was there on 5. But the one we would have expected you to guess was, this was one of Harbhajan's first series. He scored, he was a 17-year-old kid in this series. Bad luck. So this one was a bad one for you. Sadgopan Ramesh was right. Azharuddin was correct. But India, I think you got the score just a bit wrong. You got 371 instead of 373. So 2 out of 6, but this is early days out yet. And we'll find out what happens, Manish. And the scores at the end of round 1. A quick look at what's happening out here. Manish is on 10. Little bit of a rocky start out there for him. Danny and Sarbajit are on 15, but leading at this stage, our chartered accountancy final student from Mumbai, it's Shasheen Shah on 25. So, was it a tough one, Danny?
I think the questions were very familiar, but just trying to remember the details under time pressure was a little challenging, but yeah.
It happens to all of us. Sarbajit, tough?
Not that tough, but it's difficult to recall the exact scores.
Yeah, exactly. And this is what this round is about. Maybe, being a chartered accountancy student, familiarity with numbers helps in this. You like your numbers?
Yeah, I like my numbers, but the scores are a bit difficult to get exact scores. So, but I was lucky that I did not get that exact score that I had to find out.
Manish, I'm not even going to ask you one of those seeming tracks you had to play a bit on.
Yeah, I got beaten outside the off stump, but I'm still batting. So
You're still batting, that's important. You're still batting, there's still 5 rounds to go, so there's a lot happening in this quiz. And we'll find out what happens straight out in our next round, which is called Straight Bat. Let me tell you about it. So Straight Bat is a round where each participant will be asked 2 direct questions. Unanswered questions will pass. 10 points per correct answer, direct or bonus. And we have a very, very interesting power play for you out here. After you hear the question, you can actually say you can go for a power play. And if you do that, you double the points that you get, or you get a minus 10. So be very sure when you're taking the power play. You will get 2 opportunities at the power play in this round and 2 opportunities at the power play in the next round. So it's all up to making really good choices out here. I'm going to start clockwise and then go back anti-clockwise in each of these rounds. So for Straight Bat, the first question comes up for you, Danny Bhandari. Here's your question. Now, Don Bradman never played first-class cricket anywhere except England and Australia, but he did tour overseas in 1932 and scored 3,779 runs at an average of 102.1. Where did he tour?
I'll take the power play.
Okay, so this is now plus 20 or minus 10 for you. Go for it.
The USA.
USA? Absolutely correct. It is the USA, and in fact, he had just got married and it was his honeymoon as well. And he played 51 matches on his honeymoon. So I don't know what kind of a honeymoon it was, but brilliant answer there, Danny. And that's not 10, but 20 points for you. You took the power play early and you took it well, and you've really put yourself back in contention. Sarbajit, your question coming up next. And I think you have a try. I think you should get this. What was unusual about India's second innings in a test match at Kingston in 1976?
Bishan Singh Bedi quit the innings because a number of the players got injured because of Michael Holling's hostile bowling. So he didn't want to risk his players.
Okay, you got yourself 10 points for that, and well done. That's a really good answer. But if you were that sure, you should have gone for your power play.
Actually, not sure.
Okay, you were not sure, but that was a good enough answer. It was. Anshuman Gaikwad, a lot of players remember this was just after Port of Spain, where India chased 413, so they bought on the fast bowler, and that was one of the most controversial test matches in the history of Indian West Indies cricket. But good answer there, Sarbajit. 10 for you. You have also kept yourself in the running. Shasheen, yours coming up now. And I think it's a fascinating question. Hear it and then decide if you want to take a power play or you'll take it straight. Which is the only ground to have staged home tests for 2 different countries, a neutral test in which neither country was the home side, and also one-day international cricket? So in one stadium you've had home tests for 2 different countries, okay? A neutral test in which neither country was the home side, and one-day international cricket. Which stadium is this?
Is it Lords?
It's not Lords. The question passes. We're going clockwise. Manish, it's yours.
I would like to take the power play.
You're taking the power play. That means you get 20 points if you get this right. And your answer is?
Bangabandhu National Stadium, Dhaka.
Brilliant answer. It is the Bangabandhu National Stadium, Dhaka. Of course, because there were test matches out there which Pakistan played when it was part of Pakistan. Bangladesh has played out there. It was a neutral venue for the Asian Test Championship. And of course, many one-day internationals have been held there. Lovely answer there, Manish. It's an answer befitting of a final for this thing. Bad luck there, Shasheen. But here's your chance to pick up a few more points out here. Manish, your question coming up now. Gary Sober's first test wicket in 1954 was that of a man who later wrote a biography about him. Who was it? Pretty famous cricketer in his own right, and his first test wicket, and he later wrote a biography of Sir Gary Sobers. Take a
Okay.
guess.
Arthur Maley.
Not Arthur Maley. Bad luck there. The question passes. We're going clockwise, so Danny, it's your chance. I need a guess. I'll have to pass you if you don't try.
Trevor Bailey.
Trevor Bailey is correct. Just on the buzzer. It is Trevor Bailey. And Manish, I know exactly how it feels when you're there and you probably had two guesses and you went for one, and this is just luck of the draw. It happens like that. Well done, Danny. You're doing well in this round. And Manish, it's back to you, your question, because now we're going to go counterclockwise and we start with you, Manish. Okay. Jack Hobbs for a long time was credited with 197 first-class centuries. In fact, if you ask me anytime, that's a number I'll remember. But there were two matches that he played in a tour of Ceylon which were not counted, which are now counted, and therefore the number of centuries he has is now 199. For whom did he play those two matches? Which team did he represent for those two matches where he got two more centuries? It was a tour of Ceylon.
The England military, airmen and military services.
England
11.
Military Airmen Services. No, Shasheen, your try.
The Lankan team NCC something?
No. He was playing in a tour of Sri Lanka now.
Maharaja Vijayanagram 11.
Lovely answer there, Sarbajit. It is the 11 of the Maharaja of Vijayanagram, a man who's done much for Test cricket. He was our first Test captain, and obviously he took many sides across the world, and Jack Hobbs actually represented his side. Brilliant answer there, Sarbajit, and really, really well done. And now it's your direct question, Shasheen. Let's see what you do with this one. In 1897, remember, with each question you still have a power play left. The two of you have used the power play. Sarbajit and Shasheen, your power plays are left, and so there's some serious scoring to be done. In 1897, which cricketer wrote the book, The Jubilee Book of Cricket, and dedicated it to Queen Victoria? The Jubilee Book of Cricket, dedicated to Queen Victoria, the Queen Empress. Think a bit. Again, this is answerable, workoutable. And Sarbajit, I think, is waiting for the pickup. Take a guess. It's very, very answerable. The Jubilee Book of Cricket.
Pass. I don't
Pass,
know.
Shasheen. I'll pass you, Sarbajit.
Okay, I will take the idea power play.
You're taking the power play, so it's 20 and minus 10 for you, and your answer is?
Kumar Sri Ranjit Singh ji.
It is the Maharaja Ranjit Singh ji. Very, very good answer there. Brilliantly done. And obviously Queen Victoria, he was a favourite of hers, and obviously Jubilee Book of Cricket, it's all about Queen Victoria. Brilliant answer there, Sarbajit. You're doing brilliantly on this round, and let's see if you can pick up your direct. That would make it really seriously good for you. Here's your question. When England only had 10 fit men on the eve of the 1964 Bombay Test, which British journalist covering the tour was asked to stand by?
This is the year
1964. There was a British journalist who was
Okay.
covering it. He was asked to stand by.
Swanton. E.W. Swanton.
E.W. Swanton is incorrect. Danny, it's yours. Journalist, well known. You've heard the name. He was asked to stand by because they didn't have enough fit players.
Blofeld.
Blofeld is correct. Well done, Danny. It is Blofeld, and you've got yourself a 10-pointer there, and your direct question still to go. So, Danny, your direct question coming up now. This company started production in the Tonbridge area of Kent in 1760. Its products include the Special Crown, Challenger, Avenger, and many others. But these are the most famous products. Special Crown, Challenger, Avenger. Name the company. And why would this be asked in a quiz here?
Stuart Surridge.
Not Stuart, so not SS Stuart Surridge. Yours?
Grey Nichols.
Not Grey Nichols. Shasheen?
Slenzer or something.
Stazinser, no.
Gun and Moore.
Not Gun and Mo. All of you went for bats. What else do you use in a cricket ground?
Duke.
Balls.
Duke.
Duke.
Yes, it is the Duke cricket ball. Bad luck there. All of you went for bats, one after the other. Danny, I think you put it there, and then all of them went after bats, one after the other. Great round there. Let's have a look at the scores. And this is what happened in this round. Shasheen Shah is on 25, Manish is on 30, But the two early leaders at this stage, both of them have used their power play brilliantly, are Danny Bhandari and Sarbajit Mitra on 55 each. Brilliant scoring in this round, but what's it, the older questions, you liked it, a bit of the history of cricket?
Yeah.
What you doing your doctorate on? History?
Yeah, it's on history.
So this would have been right up down your street. And Danny, you had a few good strokes out there.
Yeah, I think just a couple of lucky guesses. So
Shasheen, not your kind of round. You want the numbers back. Bring me back my numbers. And Manish out there has had not a bad round, but if you had, from bat to ball, if you had just moved
I
faster.
think I've now gauged the bowling. Now
Now
I'll
you've
go
gauged the
for
bowling?
my shots.
Okay, now is when you're going to really start hitting. Well, the good news for you is there are 4 more really, really big scoring rounds coming up. The next one's called Third Umpire. Let me tell you a little bit about it. And this is Third Umpire. Each participant gets 2 direct visual questions. Unanswered questions will pass. 10 points per correct answer, direct or bonus. Just remember, only one of you now have a power play remaining. That's Shasheen. Shasheen, you have a power play. Remember to use it. But we're going to start in the same order with you, Danny. Questions pass as they do. Your first visual coming up now. Okay. Identify the batsman and what are the umpires asking him to do?
it's Dennis Lilly, and they're asking him to change his bat
And why would they ask him to change his bat?
because it wasn't made of the suitable material.
Okay, really smartly answered, because you were not sure if it was aluminium or not. Still decided to hedge your bet, but absolutely correct. That was Dennis Lilly. He went into play with an aluminium bat given to him by a sponsor, and the umpires asked him to change it. And one of the famous incidents, Dennis was a bit of a boy. And great answer there, Danny. You get yourself 10 points. Sarbajit, your visual coming up. Take a look. Okay. You can see what's happened. I'll tell you a little bit more about it, Sarbajit. About this incident, the bowler said, I went to pick the ball up. I actually saw this piece of bone in it. I was so scared, I dropped the ball. Okay? Who's the batsman? Who's the bowler? I'm not going to give you part points. Very famous, and it's one of the gutsiest incidents in many ways in this sport. Who's the batsman? Who's the bowler?
This is the bowler is Andy Roberts and the batsman is David Hooks.
Roberts, Hooks, no, incorrect. Shasheen,
English player Andy Fritz.
no.
Who
And the
just
bowler?
played first delivery got hit.
No. And I'm going to take only a completely correct answer. Yes, Manish.
Bowler is Colin Croft. Batsman is Mike Gatting.
Colin Croft, Mike Gatting, Danny.
It's Mike Gatting and Malcolm Marshall.
Perfect. Danny, you got it absolutely correct. Manish, you got it halfway through. But absolutely, it's Mike Gatting and Malcolm Marshall. And, after that, the picture of Mike Gatting's nose is something you don't want to see on a full stomach. Absolutely brilliant answer there. It came all the way back to you. Sarbajit, bad miss out there. And it's yours now, Shasheen. Your chance. And remember, if you're sure about it, go for your power play, because you have a chance to double your points. Here's your visual. Okay, identify the venue and why is everyone sitting on the turf? You see, everyone sitting down. This is a very famous incident. I'll give you a hint. This happened in the 70s.
I'll pass. I don't know this answer.
Okay, Shasheen, no idea at all. You don't want to take a guess anyway. Yeah. Okay, Manish, your chance.
I'll guess that this is Headingley, and this is on the last day of the Ashes Test, and some people dug up the pitch and put
Okay,
oil
they
or
dug up the
something.
pitch and put oil, and Free Scotland or one of those. No, it wasn't. Danny.
I'll guess Edgbaston.
And
The reason they're all there, is that what the question is?
yeah. And why are they there? Why are they sitting outside? No, Edgbaston's incorrect. I want a fully correct answer.
This is probably the World Cup match between England and Sri Lanka, where the protesters.
England, Sri Lanka protesters. No, it was your direct question. The first question that comes back to me, so I'm afraid I'll have to give you the answer for this one. This is actually Lords in August 73, and it was a test match. There was a bomb threat, so everyone had to sit down and make sure that nothing happened out there. It's one of the most famous incidents, controversial incidents in Test cricket. Shasheen, tough one for you, but bad luck, one of those things. Manish, let's see what you do with your direct coming up now. Take a look. Okay, you can see the scorecard 5, 4, 1. Okay, so the question I have is the venue. Okay, and the venue, actually you can make a bit out of that venue, and the second part of it is obviously who is the bowler who bowled that over, that 1 over. The venue, who is the bowler who bowled that 1 over. It's part of World Cup history.
The bowler is Chaminda Vas, and
The ground.
the ground is Peter Maritzburg.
Lovely answer. Well done, Manish. You've had many guesses where you didn't go with the right one. I'm so glad you got this one. Yes, it was. It was a Peter Maritzburg Oval, and that was Chaminda Vas. It was Bangladesh 2003 World Cup. Lovely answer there, Manish. And the next one is again coming up to you, so maybe you can double your points out here. Take a look. This is a fun one. Take a look. Okay, whose hand do you see out there? Okay, this is called tip of the tongue syndrome. You know the incident, you just trying to remember a name.
Oh man.
I'll give you a bit of time.
Oh God.
Manish, I need an answer.
He's the News of the World editor, or the former News of the World
Just
editor.
even give me a surname that's good enough for me. I cannot give it to you.
Damn man. Sorry.
Bad luck there, Manish. Yours, Shasheen.
Piers Morgan.
Piers Morgan, it is, Shasheen. Of course it is. It is Piers Morgan, and Manish, bad luck there. You should have taken your power play.
I was not sure about the surname.
Okay, you were not sure about the surname either. But remember, this is one of your last chances to take the power play. So here it is, your question coming up. And I think you're going to get this. Take a look. Yeah, who's being represented out there? Don't give me a name, just give me who's represented out there. That is a statue of whom? Do you want to take the power play? No? Okay. Shasheen.
Pass, I don't know.
Pass. I'm passing you, Sarbajit.
Yaba in Sydney.
Yes, this is the legendary Yaba, one of the most famous hecklers. Any international team comes out there, they used to be worried about Yaba. Danny, you would have known that easily. You must have seen that statue thousands of times. But that's what it is. Sarbajit picks up 10 points, and it's your direct now, Sarbajit, for 10 more. Remember, you both use your power plays. Shasheen, you can still use your power play on a rebound question, but well, it's up to what happens. Sarbajit, your question coming up now. Where would you see this picture coming up?
You will see that at the cover of the corner of a foreign field by Ramgo, and that is Arkanaran wicket keeping.
Lovely, lovely. It is Arkanaran wicket keeping. It's one of those famous questions that you come across. And this is the cover, a corner of a foreign field. Any of you who haven't read that book, it's a must read. Sarbajit, 10 points to you. And Danny, can you finish this off with a flourish? Here's one which you should be able to work out. Take a look. Carpe diem, seize the day, HCC. Which team's crest is that? Think about it from a quizer's point of view and take an educated guess.
Hyderabad.
Hyderabad Cricket Club, no. Manish, depending on you for a guess on this.
Pass.
No. Passing, Shasheen?
This is Hampshire County Club.
Not Hampshire County. Yes, Sarbajit.
This may be the Pentagular tournament.
Not the Rest Hindu, the Pentangular tournament. This is HCC, stands for the Hollywood Cricket Club. This was the club started by C. Aubrey Smith, and people like David Niven and a lot of very famous actors have played for this club. Hollywood Cricket Club it is. Bad luck there, tough fun, but it's been an absolutely amazing round. Let's take a look at the scores. And still heavy going for Shasheen. He's on 35. Manish missed a couple of really agonizing ones. He's on 40. But the leaders at this point, Sarbajit Mitra and Danny Bhandari on 75 each, and they're really cantering to a close finish, but still lots to play for. And Manish, I believe Piers is a very good friend of yours, Piers Morgan.
Yeah, I wish I get a chance to bowl at him now.
You wish you had a chance. Well, Bretley felt the same way and he did well. Shasheen, still a bit rocky.
I'll try my best in the next round.
Boss, abhi slog overs hai.
Yeah.
Now it's time to go for the long handle. Sarbajit,
Lots to play. It's early
lots
days.
to play for. Danny, Sarbajit, lots to play for.
Yeah, look, plenty of time to go, so see how we go.
Just to remind you about what you guys are playing for, remember, if you finish last, you'll leave this place with 50,000 rupees worth of Flipkart coupons. And 2 of you are going to win MacBooks of various sizes, but the big prize is a trip for 2 to Lords and watch that England test match. So lots to play for, amazing stuff to happen. It's time to go on to our next round, and that round's called Take the Challenge. So here are the rules. Each participant has to challenge another participant on a topic. 2 questions per topic, 1 for the challenger, 1 for the challenge. If the challenger misses his question, it's passed to the challenge, and vice versa. 10 points per correct answer, 10 points bonus for winning the challenge. If the challenge ends in a tie, both correct or both incorrect, no bonus. Each topic can be obviously chosen only once. So guys, all of you have played this before. The only difference out here is if you cannot answer it, the other person has a chance to answer it. So the odds have improved hugely out here. Instead of winning potentially 20 points, you could actually win 30 points because you could answer the other question as well. So big odds out here for this round. Things could really change dramatically here. It's going to be a real tactical game out here. Let's look at the subjects coming up. India versus West Indies tests, Wizards at Wankhede, the Dr. W.G. Grace, World Series cricket, England versus South Africa tests, low scoring matches, Women's World Cup, Big Bash League, firsts in T20 international cricket. Okay, and Danny, your choice first. Who would you like to challenge and on what subject?
I'll challenge Shasheen,
Danny is challenging Shasheen, and your subject is
Big Bash League.
Big Bash League. You've chosen something close to home. Big Bash League it is. And Shasheen, your question, the Big Bash League, remember, if you answer it correctly, then he's under a bit of pressure. And if he misses Danny, that's going to come for you for a bonus. Okay? Here goes. There have been 753 days and 3 different PMs since we won a game. Who said this? I mean, sorry, who said this? Oh, this was
Sydney Thunders.
Yes, it's about the Sydney Thunder. Shasheen, you got yourself an easy one, and I'm glad you did because it's been tough running for you. 10 points to you. Danny, now it's only a question of saving your 10 points and making sure he doesn't get an advantage. Danny, your question. Listen carefully. Which Big Bash League team plays its home matches at a ground which shares its name with the home ground of the current English Premier League champions? So, which Big Bash team plays its home matches at a ground which shares its name with the home ground of the current English Premier League champions?
Brisbane.
It's not Brisbane, it's your try. Which team? I'm asked for a league team.
Melbourne Renegade.
It is the Melbourne Renegades, and it is the Etihad Stadium, and you've got yourself not 10 but 30 points in this round. Great going, Shasheen, brilliantly done there. Danny, bad luck. These are probably only 2 questions on this you wouldn't know, and they happen to come up out here. So that was Danny's challenge, and it worked out really well for Shasheen. Sarbajit, you're up next. Who would you like to challenge?
I would like to challenge Danny on
Sarbajit would like to challenge Danny, and your subject of choice is
Wizards of Wankhede.
Wizards of Wankhede. Danny, your question on Wizards of Wankhede, and if you answer it correctly, then he's under a lot of pressure. Your question coming up now. The highest innings score by a team at the Wankhede Stadium is 604 for 6 scored by the West Indies. During this innings, a great West Indian cricketer scored his highest test match score of 242 not out, which is also the highest score at the venue. Who is the West Indian cricketer who scored 242 not out?
Clive Lloyd.
Perfect. It is Clive Lloyd during the 74-75 series. Great answer there, Danny. And Sarbajit, now feeling the pressure?
Yeah.
Here's your question. The best bowling figures at the Wankhede Stadium in a test match is 7 for 48, achieved by two cricketers, both of whom have taken more than 350 plus test wickets. One of them is Harbhajan Singh. Who's the other?
Ian Botham.
Lovely. Ian Botham it is, and this is what happens when you get perfectly matched opponents. Both of you have slugged each other to a draw. So that one went nowhere. Both answered, both remain in contention. And Shasheen, your choice coming up next. Yeah, here are the subjects again, once again for you. And what would you like to choose?
India versus West Indies tests.
And who would you like to challenge?
Manish.
Okay, Shasheen is challenging Manish. So, okay, Manish can only challenge Sarbajit. That works for us. Shasheen challenging Manish on your subject being India versus West Indies tests. So, Manish, your question coming up now first. Which West Indian fast bowler who had the middle names Charlie Griffith, destroyed India's batting with a 5 for 65 in the second innings of a test match in Mohali, handing India their first home defeat since November 1988?
Winston Benjamin.
Incorrect. And Shasheen, Shasheen, were you the challenger?
Yeah.
It's your chance to pick up a bonus. It's not Winston Benjamin.
Courtney Walsh.
It's not Courtney Walsh. And Manish, will you tell us what mistake you made?
Kenneth Benjamin.
It's Kenneth Benjamin, not Winston Benjamin. And since there are two players, I can't give it to you. Manish, is just one of those days. I know you had Benjamin, it just came out. Bad luck there. Shasheen, your chance. He's just missed it by the proverbial whisker. It's your chance to see if you can pick up 20 points. Here's your question. The 1997 test match between India and West Indies at Barbados is famous for India succumbing. They got 81 all out in the second innings. But this test match also had a couple of really good performances by the Indians. One of the Indian seamers picked up a 5-wicket haul in the first innings and another picked up in the second innings. Who were the two bowlers? One of them was Venkatesh Prasad, who got a 5-wicket haul in the first innings. Who got a 5-wicket haul for India in the second innings?
Is it Abhay Kuruvilla?
Lovely, well done out there. Abhay Kuruvilla it is, and 20 points to Shasheen. I think you've done some really good running in this round. Let's see what happens. Manish, your subjects now. Would you like to take a look at the subject? You have to challenge Sarbajit. Here are the subjects once again.
Low scores in cricket.
Low scores is what you're going for, Sarbajit. You're being challenged on low scores. Okay. Your question coming up now as the challenged. The 1974 season, where the England team toured England, became known in some circles as the summer of dash. Fill in the blanks.
42.
And why is it 42?
India got out for 42.
Absolutely, India got out for 42. I think you got yourself an easy one. 10 points to you, Manish. Yours, you've just got to now protect your turf right now. At which venue did England succumb to 46 all out against the West Indies? Ambrose and Walsh creating havoc on that match.
Queen's Park Oval, Trinidad.
Queen's Park Oval, Trinidad. Well done there, Manish. I'm glad you got these ones. And it's been a fascinating take the challenge round. Let's have a look at the scores. Stunning things have happened in this round. Manish is on 50, missed a couple of heartbreaking ones. But Shasheen has gone up right there to 85, and he's with Danny Bhandari on 85. Leading at this point, just 10 points ahead is Sarbajit on 95. It's been an amazing round of CricIQ. What, Manish? Winston Benjamin, Kenneth Benjamin?
Yeah, I'm just swinging widely and it's not connecting. So that's what happens.
It happens, but you've been playing very bravely, and those are things that just those edges that just go past you. Shasheen, great comeback. What happened out there? Suddenly bat hitting ball?
Yeah, I got a good momentum, so I'm looking forward to continue this kind of setting.
Danny, Big Bash League. They're going to talk to you about that in Sydney now.
Yeah, disappointing. Just couldn't think of the right answers, but that's the way it goes.
No, but you're still very much in contention. Sarbajit, narrow lead now.
Yeah, but still lots to play, and they are close on the heels. So
Close on the heels, so that ticket to Lords is still out there right in front of all of you gentlemen. It's still a very open game. And let me tell you a little bit about our next round, which is a fascinating new format. It's called Over and Out. And here are the rules. One question per participant. A grid with 9 answers will be shown. Okay. The participant has to pick the 6 correct answers within 30 seconds. 5 points for every correct answer and a bonus of 10 for getting all 6 correct. So here's where you can make up a lot of points. If the participant picks even one wrong answer, you get 0 for this round. The participant can quit at any point in time. So you've got 4 correct and you're not sure the other 2, you can quit at any point in time. We're going to start off in this round with the leader right now. So we're going to start with you, Sarbajit. You're going to get the first grid coming up in over and out. Here's your grid. So your first grid in over and out, the grid is up there. It's 10 wicket hauls in a first class match innings. 10 wickets in a first class innings. 6 of them have got it, 3 of them have not. You have to keep picking which are the ones which are correct. You can quit at any point in time.
Okay.
You get all 6 correct, you get an extra 10 points.
Okay. Pramodya Vikramasinghe is correct.
Pramodya Vikramasinghe is correct. Okay.
Debashish Mohanty is correct.
Debashish Mohanty is correct. 10 points.
John Wisden is correct.
John Wisden is correct. 15 points.
Subhash Gupta is correct.
Subhash Gupta is correct. 20 points. Just 2 correct and 3 wrong answers in the grid now.
Zulfikar Babar is correct.
25 points. You got 5 correct. Now remember, there was 1 correct answer and 3 incorrect answers. But if you get this extra, you get 15 points. You miss it, you go to 0 in this round.
Go at it. Clary Grimet is correct.
You've taken a chance, 1 out of 4, and you got it absolutely correct. 40 points for you, Sarbajit Mitra. That's an absolutely brilliant round out there. You got all 6 correct. Clary Grimet was the last. That was amazing. Were you sure of the answer?
Yes, sure of the answer.
It's amazing. You have to be sure to take a chance like that. Well done there. Danny, your grid coming up now, and Sarbajit's really done some big running out here. Let's see your grid. Take a look. Okay. Involved of a partnership of more than 500 runs in first class cricket. How many of these players have been involved in a 500 plus run first class partnership?
Mahanama, Hazare,
Roshan Mahanama, 5, absolutely correct. Vijay Hazare, absolutely correct. Remember, you can quit at any point. You get 1 wrong, you're done for this round. You go straight back to 0.
Neil McKenzie,
Perfect. 15 points for you. Well played. Danny? You can quit at any point or you can keep playing. It's up to you.
Carberry,
20 points for you. 2 correct and 3 incorrect answers in the grid. You can quit at any point. If you miss this, you lose all 20. Danny?
Sutcliffe,
555 555, the famous cigarette brand, and 25 points to you. Now you can either get 40 or you can get 0. You want to take a chance in the last one, or do you want to quit at this point? Big call out here, Danny. What you thinking? One correct, 3 incorrect answers in the grid.
I'll go for Worrell.
Sir Frank Waddle? Brilliant, absolutely correct. You've got yourself another 40. That's absolutely brilliant, Danny Bhandari. Under so much pressure, with somebody who'd already hit a 40 and you go and hit another 40. This is quizzing at its best. CricIQ is really showing what quizzing is all about. Shasheen, some big pressure out here for you. Have a look at your set. 5 wicket hauls in T20 international cricket. Shasheen, this should be right up your street. 6 correct and 3 incorrect answers on that grid.
Ryan McLaren.
Ryan McLaren, you say, that's correct.
Shahid Afridi.
Shahid Afridi is incorrect. Bad luck. Tough one. This is one of those grids where anything can happen, and Shasheen, it just cards didn't fall your way. Manish, this is a big one for you and your chance to play some, get some balls in the middle of the bat. Okay, here's your set. It's one of my favorite sets. It says more runs than wickets in Test cricket. Sorry, it's more wickets than runs in Test cricket. More runs than wickets is the easiest thing in the world. More wickets than runs in Test cricket. Your set starting now.
Bhagwat Chandrasekhar.
Bhagwat Chandrasekhar, one of the greatest batsmen of our times. Yes, 5 points for you.
Danish Kaneria.
Danish Kaneria is incorrect. Bad luck. So 2 heartbreakingly early misses out there after Danny and Sarbajit set the early pace. It's been a really topsy-turvy round. Let's take a look at the scores. And with just 1 round left to play, here are the scores. Manish still on 50 points, Shasheen on 85, both had heartbreaking misses. Danny Bhandari playing very bravely on 125 points, but leading at this stage, Sarbajit Mitra from Calcutta with 135 points. Guys, how close are you now? 2 of you, what do you think now?
Just comes down to the last round.
And there's lots at stake in this round. Shasheen, Manish, you're not out of it. Potentially there could be a 90-point swing because these are questions which are on the buzzer. Anyone can answer. So you go to swing, but the 2 of you have to swing really carefully. But before we go any further, just want to tell you this has been an absolutely amazing round of quizzing. The kind of quality of quizzing that we have seen out here has been right up there. You're the best 4 in this part of the world, in any part of the world in cricket, and you should know it. So let's go straight into our last and our final round. It's called Common Thread, and let's find out the rules. So this is a connection round in the buzzer. Each question will have 5 to 6 visuals, all linked by a central theme. All you have to do is guess the theme, not the players, guess the theme. Wrong answers carry negative points, -5. So it's +10, -5. Whenever you answer, at that point in time, the buzzer will be frozen. I'll take an answer. If it's incorrect, I will then repeat saying the buzzer is now open again. Only then will the buzzer be allowed to be pressed again. Okay? We'll start with this final round on Common Thread with question number 1 now. Anybody buzzing? Manish has gone first. What's the theme?
Playing for 2 nations.
I'll take that. It's playing for 2 nations. It's playing for cricketers who represented 2 countries in one-day internationals. This particular list: Clayton Lambert, Anderson Cummings, Dougie Brown, Kepler Wessels, Luke Cronchi, and Ed Joyce. Well done, Manish. You've started the scoring. Next one coming up now. Have a good close look. Manish again.
Debut centuries in ODI debut.
Centuries in ODI debut. Brilliant, Manish. Great answer again. Rob Nicol, Colin Ingram, Salim Ilahi, Phil Hughes, Michael Lam, and Martin Guptill. You're doing great here, Manish. What about the others? Let's find out in question number 3 coming up now. What connects them? Yes, Danny. Yeah, I need an answer.
World Cup winners.
-5 for you. The buzzer opens itself again now. Nobody going? Okay, I'm going to give you the players and I'm going to give you the answers. That's Kasparovich, Alfonso Thomas, Sean Tate, Pragyan Oja, Virat Kohli, and Paras Khatka. And they took a wicket of their first ball in T20 international cricket. A wicket of their very first ball. That's number 3. Nobody got that one, and things have just been... Danny, you've just lost yourself 5 points out there, but there's still 3 more to go. Number 4 coming up now. 5. Yes, Danny.
Cricketers to die during their career.
Incorrect. All buzzers closed. The buzzer opens again now. Yes, Manish.
Their first centuries was a double 100 in Test cricket.
I will not accept that as an answer, Manish. I will have to give you -5 for that. The correct answer is it's double centuries on Test debut. So you're right, but your first century being a double 100 is different from making a double century in debut. So that was double centuries on Test debut, and the players were Tip Foster, Lawrence Rowe, Brendan Kuruppu, Matthew Sinclair, and Jacques Rodolphe. So interesting set out there. Double centuries, and interestingly, none of them did very much after that. So it's one of those things that happens in cricket. And 2 more sets to go, and the first one coming up now. Yes, Danny.
Debut before age 21.
Incorrect, -5, and it buzzer opens. Yes, Shasheen.
The captains of under-19 winning teams.
Well done, Shasheen. It is captains of under-19 winning teams. That's Khalid Latif of Pakistan in 2004, Cameron White in 2002, Sarfraz Ahmed in 2006, Mitch Marsh for Australia in 2010, Owais Shah in 1998, and Mohammad Kaif in 2000. In fact, Virat Kohli could have also been part of that set. Well done, Shasheen. I thought that was a very, very well worked out answer. And the last set coming up, the very last question of this amazing quiz of CricIQ, coming up now. What connects them? Yes, Danny.
6 wickets in a...
Not 6 wickets in anything. It opens again. Manish.
Orange cap winners in IPL. Purple cap winners.
Oh, God. It's been one of those days for you, Manish. It is not orange cap winners in IPL. It's purple cap winners in IPL. That's Sohail Tanveer, RP Singh, Mohit Sharma, Lasit Malinga, Morne Morkel, and of course Dwayne Bravo. Brilliant. It's been an amazing, amazing round of quizzing. Some absolutely fabulous answering. Let's have one final look at the scores. And one final look at the scores. Manish Achuth played really well, got some near misses, ended up with 60 points. Shasheen on 95 came third. Danny Bhandari, a brave runners up on 105 points. But the first ever winner of CricIQ, Sarbajit Mitra with 135 points. What a performance, Sarbajit. And we have a very, very special gift to come and talk to you guys and give you your prizes. Yeah, ladies and gentlemen.
Hello.
I will love it.
Joy, how are you?
Thanks. Good to see you.
Hi,
Brilliant.
Danny.
Great performance.
Hi,
Fabulous
Shasheen.
performance.
Shasheen. Hi, Manish, how are you?
He's been watching you guys all this while and he's been seeing
it's-
what kind of answering has been
Oh, it's been
happening.
incredible. Fantastic. We've
Have you
been
seen the
trying
stand of these guys?
to- Oh, it's fantastic. We've been trying to answer some of those questions at the back, and I think we've got 2 right. between 6 of us.
Six of us with these guys. And a very special moment here in CricIQ. Rahul Dravid, one of the greatest cricketers ever, is going to give them the first ever CricIQ caps to all our finalists. First up, Danny Bhandari.
So, Danny,
Thank you very
Well
much.
done, Danny.
thanks
Thank
for
you.
your participation. Thank you.
Sarbajit Mitra, the finalist, the
Well done.
winner,
Congratulations.
on his way to Lord's, where he'll probably meet Rahul. Shasheen, our CA final student from Mumbai, and Manish, our
Thanks for
MBA from
participating.
Milan.
Thank you. Thanks a lot.
Brilliant participants, all of them. It has been an amazing, amazing first season of CricIQ, and it couldn't end better than having one of India's greatest ever cricketers in the studio with us. That's all from this edition of CricIQ. See you next year.